This is Quill. Bit of a surprise stream here. Thought I'd show you guys some of my Elder Scrolls Online gameplay. This is my character here. She's a Dark Elf, and my favorite weapon to use in this game is pretty much anything two-handed. I believe my current weapon is a mace. Or excuse me, a maul, not a mace, excuse me. Which is a two-handed weapon, and I'm actually going through some of my two-handed skills here. Because there's currently an event going on in the game, and everything has been reset. And I do literally mean everything. So, what you do here is, you can see, that I'm currently looking at my two-handed skill, and what I'm attempting to do here is I'm trying to reallocate my skill points to where I want them. I did, though obviously no one else would know this except me because it's the first time I've shown my gameplay to anyone else. You could do things like, if you had an ability before this reset happened, then you can go in and get some of those skills back if there was something you wanted to keep. Or, like in this case, this ability used to be called something else, but because I had so many skill points literally pulled from everything else, I think before I started plugging some of them in, it was a little bit over 50, like 53. So, because of that, you have a lot of skill points that you can allocate however you want. I was able to morph this particular two-handed ability. I can't remember what it was called before, but it's now called a dizzying swing. And as you can see, dizzying swing 1. My goodness, I'm sorry. Dizzying swing 1. I haven't had a chance to test it in combat just yet, so I'm not actually sure what it's going to look like there. But because I had enough points to do so, I took the previous ability and morphed it into this, which is something you can usually only do at certain levels for that particular skill or what have you. I'm still pretty new to ESO, so a lot of it's kind of been just kind of trial and error, learning, practicing. And this is the first time I've gotten to really take a close look at some of the skills I have. So right now I get a chance to look at some of that. Now, obviously, you're not limited to only one ability. Like, this is just the two-handed. There's a whole mess of other skills in different places. Like, for me, there's my Earthen Heart abilities, Draconic Power. Actually, I think there might be a skill I might want. Was it the Spiked Armor? Cast Time, Instant Self. I always like to read this text because it's useful information, especially if you're not sure what something does. Let's see. Honestly, considering the kind of attacking I like to do in this game, this is probably going to be a good idea. So, you go ahead. Are you sure you want to purchase? Yes. Now that I've chosen that ability, it's found a spot in my primary control list there, so that I know where they are, and we'll have a button that will be able to cast whichever one of those I want when I want it to. Since I do have so many skill points, I do have the option armor, which gains damage shield after casting. That sounds helpful. This one, you release a spray of spikes around you, causing enemies to hit to take damage over time. Ooh, I don't know, man. Both of those sound pretty helpful to me. Shoot. I don't know. Let's, I like the idea of shooting out a spray of spikes, honestly. That sounds really, really cool. So do that one. Alright, so that ability has been morphed. We can't do anything else to it. Alright, let's see. I also have access to... Oh, and I'll probably just... I don't know a whole lot about this game at this point, even though I've been playing for a little bit, but... these are gonna be more active abilities, like abilities that you would use and or cast in battle. Every skill has a set of passive abilities that you can choose from too. Like for Draconic Power, the only option I currently have unlocked is the Iron Skin, which, according to this says, increases the amount of damage you block by 4%. That sounds okay, honestly. Not sure if I want that one. Might actually not be a bad one to have, considering the way I'm attacking, so let's claim that one. We won't unlock the next part of this for a while, so we can add the second one onto that. So we'll move on from that. Alright, now these I should probably look at a little more closely. Now I have two different weapons. I have my maul currently, but I also have a bow, so I'll hit triangle for weapon swap. And now I have my bow and a whole different set of skills. Now I want to look at some of these. I remember this one being really cool. I did have snipe. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Alright. We have another one that we already put on there. What do we do if we morph this? Okay. Lethal arrow. Deals poison damage and always applies the poison status effect. Poison is definitely a good one. What's focused aim? Ooh, increased range. That might not be a bad one to have either. Don't know. Let's see. I think poison or increased range. With the way I use my bow, I like to kind of just stand back and pick enemies off, so focused aim sounds like something that's completely my style. Alright, we'll sign that. Oh wait, it's already signed, never mind. Alright, we have volley, that's another interesting one. Scatter shot. Blast enemy with an explosive arrow. It's a cool one. I can morph it. Increase magnum shot. Deals increased damage and reduces cost. Draining shot heals you if enemies successfully hit. But snares them instead of stunning. To go with magnum shot. Go ahead and morph that. Alright, we have a bunch of passive skills. Sounds like a good one. Can't add another one yet. The way I use my bow, that's helpful too. Go ahead and get accuracy as well. Sorry guys, I got quiet there for a second. Got a little focus there. These would probably be pretty important. Bleh. Resistance. Let's go ahead and throw one on there. I know where I want some of the points. I've been looking to get my aspect improvement up for a freaking while. so... Points left here. Yeah, I haven't been doing too much crafting other than blacksmithing and enchanting. So it's hard to say what else we should do. Maybe snag one of these. Sounds like one we need. Accuracy up one more, sure. The skulls though. Choose, man. Let's go ahead and smack those on there. 6 left now. Just gotta figure out what to do with them. Let's go ahead and do that one. Maybe we'll just hang on to these last 5 for now. Not really sure what to do with them yet. Quest was. Should probably look at that. Okay, yeah, let's see. Alright, let's take a look at my quest log. I haven't played in a couple weeks, so that's the map.
That was a brave deed, rescuing Sandra.
Journal and our quests. That's right. I was in Clockwork City, which is not where I am right now. There we go. Now I gotta say the Clockwork City is actually really freaking cool. I actually really like it. First person, because that's actually my preference. Just make sure I'm pointed in the right direction. Alright, through this door.
You're Lord Fear's newest steward, huh? Can we talk later? If I don't finish this lamp inventory, Gascon will feed me to the fabricants. Yeah, Gascon must know how much I love doing paperwork. A few days ago, Sotha Seal ordered us to rip out all the lamps in here and replace them with less efficient ones. What kind of sense does that make? Who wants weaker lamps? A bunch of factotums loaded them onto a dolly and dumped them somewhere in the mechanical fundament. Hey, I know that look. If you're looking to poach a free lamp, don't bother. Gascon made us slag them all. And that's not even the worst part. Half the old switches don't work with the new lamp, so we've had to manufacture new switches, and half the time the switches get installed backwards, which means we have to do it all over again. Even the factotums don't know what they're doing. And don't even get me started on the lamp assembly. Sotha Seal could have turned the fabricators to make the new lamps with a flick of his finger, but he demanded that we do it instead. Do you have any idea how complex the fabricators are?
People, and the next one is in this room. There we go.
So you're the one Devaith tapped to be his aide in the Brass Fortress. Sorry to hear that. Provost Varuni's ancestors hail from House Telvanni, just like Lord Fear. But honestly, they couldn't be more different. Not as bad as you might expect. She's young, youth comes with impatience, but I've never felt unfairly judged. And she's generous with her praise. Honestly, if I had the choice between serving Varuni or Sotha Seal, I'd take Varuni every time. Now more than ever, I don't pretend to understand his motives, but he's never been so demanding. One example? He insists that we turn all the lights down before he enters a room. Do you have any idea how difficult that is? It's maddening! Huh, flipping switches. That's rich. Each lamp has its own switch, and some lamps have multiple switches. And if that isn't bad enough, some switches control multiple lamps. He's a god, I know, but it shouldn't take a genius to turn on the lights. Don't even get me started. Varuni might demand some obscure tome in the middle of the night or chide someone for leaving oil on the floor, but that's the worst of it. Sotha Seal exiled an auxiliary last week because she forgot to switch off a lamp. Right, don't let me keep you. I can't imagine how demanding Devaith Fear must be. Better you than me, that's for sure. Keep your nose to the cogs and you'll be fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to flip 24 switches again.
Oh, that's, good to know. I didn't know that. About the lanterns, I mean. Alright, where is this last person? Over here? There we go.
So you're Devaithir's new auxiliary, eh? Tough luck, friend. I've heard he's an insufferable bastard, but at least he's not Sotha Seal. Better to be turned into a Gwar than to serve the clockwork god. Not anymore. In the old days, sure, he was easy to please because he was never around. These days, he changes his mind about something every night. Constant meetings, new dictums daily, adjustments to factotum patrols. It's a nightmare. Trust me, this is unprecedented. I'm afraid something's wrong with his enhancements. Like he's having trouble regulating. He's a different person, I swear. Don't tell anyone I said this, especially Gascon. Blasphemy doesn't go over well nowadays. Yes, speaking ill of a god never turns out well. In the old days, he'd take it in stride. Commit your small blasphemies, he'd say. The fire of doubt turns ignorance to steam, but not anymore. This place is becoming more like Mournhold every day. Right. I'm sure you have plenty of work to do for Lord Fear. He's back a few days and already burying you in paperwork, no doubt. Take care of yourself, friend.
Over here to this guy. Oh, it's him again. He was in quite a few of the sessions that I played a few weeks ago, so I've talked to this guy before.
Were you treated well by the menials? I assume they battered you with complaints. What have you learned?
Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot this guy's kind of a dick.
Yes, well, I could have told you that. That's why I sent you here after all. What kinds of demands? Be specific. The lamps in the locutorium, yes? The large assembly room over there? The auxiliaries and factotums have been laboring in there day and night ever since we arrived. Curious. What can lights have to do with this? Well, there's only one way to find out. Impressive. I assumed I'd have to explain it to you. Of course, this requires a functional lamp. I assume he ordered them destroyed. Speak to that high elf of yours, Neramo. The dark elf as well. We need one of these lamps, repaired and operable.
Alright, I guess I have to go find a lamp now. Cool. That looks dangerous. That and there's a ramp, so there's literally no reason to. Ah, this guy again. Okay.
Ah, I hope to see you again, Assistant. Pray tell, what did Devaith Fear have to say? I fear that he and I might have gotten off to a poor start. Did he ask about me? Any mention of my many exploits? Raynor? Surely this is something I can handle myself. Impressing Devaith Fear could greatly increase my standing in the Dwemerich scholarly community. Tell me, what does Lord Fear ask of me? Us? He just wants us to build a lamp? What an odd request. No matter. I would be happy to offer my ample expertise, provided you let Devaith Fear know that I did so. First things first, I need to study one of the lamps we're supposed to recreate.
So it looks like I'm investigating parts for this lamp is what they want me to do now. For something. A few somethings. Oh, this place is always a freaking maze. It's the only downside to playing these quests that are in Clockwork City. They're all kind of all over the place.
Some kind of tubular housing. Probably meant to protect a glass interior? Difficult to say.
Right, this bit.
A complex filament of some kind. The weaving on this fiber, it must be machine-made. I should be taking notes.
Right, and then this bit, broken lamp piece.
Some kind of compressor. For funneling a gas, perhaps? Interesting. Look at the apertures on this. It must be some kind of modulator that changes the nature of the light. Fascinating.
Guess I just have to talk to him.
Compressors, filaments, housings, modulators. Yes! I think I understand what these discarded lights have in common. Unlike the other lamps, these compress some kind of geodic gas into metal tubes, then modulate the light to create another kind of illumination that mortal eyes cannot see. Invisible light! Remarkable! The potential applications are limitless. Yes, with Rayna's assistance, I believe we can recreate this lamp without much difficulty. Of course, you'll need to procure the requisite parts. These are all broken beyond repair. What do you plan to do with this light, exactly? You plan to do what? Oh dear. Well, this seems like a terrible idea, but I shall rely upon you and Lord Fear to protect me. Here's a list of the components I'll need. Once you've acquired them, meet me in the Hall of Refined Techniques. Good luck.
Well, unfortunately, folks, I am going to have to cut this little stream short. I'm unfortunately falling asleep, but I haven't had anyone online with me this whole time, but if you're watching the recording, thanks for doing so. And I'm still going to try to do my game streams every weekend, like I did right now. And I haven't uploaded any other fic readings for a while. Things have just been busy. But once another one of those comes out, if you subscribe, you'll be the first to know. So go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell if you have not done so already. And if you liked what you just saw, go ahead and go in those comments and let me know what you thought. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening or morning, as the case may be.